welcome to I Love Making Pretty Things. My name is Amanda and I love making pretty things. I'm going to need you to remind me that when I tell you about what I have got myself into now. Oh boy. So my sister came to visit for a quick trip over the weekend. She lives in Arkansas. I live in Indiana, so it's about a 9-hour drive away. She came to visit, and we managed to get my daughter-in-law out of the hospital. As a quick little reminder, my granddaughter is in the NICU, and of course my daughter-in-law is at the hospital all of the time. So she was having a rough day. I went to visit my little grandbaby. Gigi has to do what a Gigi has to do. You know, we have to make sacrifices and go and see the baby. But I could tell that both my daughter-in-law and my son, they were sleep deprived. They were frustrated. They were not throwing out very good energy. And I'm like, y'all need to get out of here. You need a break. You know, my daughter-in-law's like, no, we need to stay. And I'm like, no. For the better of everyone involved, you need to get a break. So what better thing to do to get a break than to go to Hobby Lobby? I was so excited. I was like, yes, we're going to go to Hobby Lobby. Even though it was the off week for the yarn, I did have to pick up a couple of skeins of yarn for a project that I'm doing. And I had to pay full price. I like me some F words. That is not one of them. I do not like full price, but I did pay full price for 2 skeins of yarn because it was for my grandbaby. And so, you know, we do what we have to do again, you know. It's full price, it's full price. So we went to Hobby Lobby. Now we wanted a little girls getaway, and it was supposed to be just myself, my daughter-in-law, and my sister. And it was for, I don't know, probably the better part of an hour, hour and a half. And then pretty soon, next thing I know, I see my son waltzing down the aisle because he was out just flittering around in some other stores and he got bored. So he come found us girls. So now we're all in Hobby Lobby and we just are really having a good time. You know, I mean, who has a bad time at Hobby Lobby, right? Like is that even possible? And of course you can't just go in, get what you need to get out. Oh no, you have to peruse the entire store because there might be something there different. Or the same stuff that you've bought every single time that you go. But anyway, you have to look. You have to look at everything. So that's what we did. We made our round on the store. And we ended up over in the fabric section because I am making a blanket for my sister. I know I talked about it, I think on my very first craft cast, I talked about the blanket that I'm making for my sister. And I have the crochet all done. I just need to finish it off. She loves silky, like this silky, blanket like borders. Now this is a little old school, you know, remember child of the 80s, right? So she just loved that. And so we found some silky, I had her pick out some silky material, and I'm going to put some around. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way around or just on 2 sides or, you know, whatever. Anyway, that's what we went to Hobby Lobby for. It was some silky fabric. That's it. That's really all I needed to say. So we were in the fabric section. And my son is with us. And then my son and my daughter-in-law start looking at the pattern books. So my daughter-in-law and son, they really like some of the old-fashioned looking dresses or vintage looking dresses. So they were on the lookout for a pattern for that, something that fit that description. And they found one. And they're like, Gigi, can you make a dress? And I'm like, sure, I can make a dress for my little itty bitty baby. That's not going to be any problem at all. So they found a pattern. And then we found fabric. And then we couldn't choose between 3 of the fabrics. So we got all 3. Because we got the pattern. So you might as well get your money's worth out of the pattern and just make multiple dresses, right? Makes perfect sense. Except for I'm going to be the one sewing it. Help me. I'm going to need it. I'm going to need all of the good energy and good vibes coming at me because, y'all, I don't know what I got myself into. I mean, I know what I got myself into. That's just it. I do know what I got myself into. And, whoo, Lordy. Let me tell you, it has been every bit of probably 30 years since I have sewn using a pattern, an actual like purchase, I don't know, a real pattern. I mean, I make my own, or maybe I'll print like something off on, somebody did a quick, I don't know. I mean, a real pattern. You know what I'm talking about. I think the last time, honestly, that I sewed using a real pattern was in high school in home economics. Do they even have that anymore? I don't know. Anyway, back in the day, if you took home economics in home ec, they would teach you how to cook, how to sew, how to do stuff like that, So I think that is the last time that I sewed by pattern. But what baby girl wants, baby girl gets. Or what baby girl's mommy and daddy want for baby girl, they get for baby girl, right? So here I am with the pattern. Here is the pattern that they've chose. Now, I just love that little, there we go. Oh my goodness. I love, love, love. Can I get a little bit closer? Love that little dress. I love the fact that this pattern has the dress, the bloomers, and the little hair bow. The bloomers, I just can't get over the bloomers. I love the little bloomers. But anyway, so that is the pattern that we're working with, okay? And now, I just like to point out the fact that this is easy to sew. We'll see how easy it is. I think it's probably lying. Because when I open this up, I mean, first off, there's like instructions, right? And bits and pieces and arrows and notches and darts and, oh boy. So, I'm sure everybody's seen what a pattern looks like, but this is what I got going on. Yes. So I thought what I would do is just, have y'all join me. Join in for the fun. I thought maybe I'd just set my little tripod up or something. I don't know, lean you guys on a box or something. And then have you with me as I'm, cutting things out and sewing and I don't know, go on a dressmaking journey with me. That sounds like fun. Ish. Fun for somebody. It's probably going to be great entertainment for you guys. Are you going to get any educational value out of it? Nope. Am I going to have an end product that looks good-ish from a distance? Okay, I'm going to scoot back, way back when I show it to you. And this is a no judgment zone. We're not going to judge about how things are done or not done. Because I'll tell you right now, I do not do things correctly. Because then I go rogue. I mean, just like tonight for dinner. I mean, we had baked, rabbit hole. We had baked ham and cheese sliders for dinner. And I've made them, a handful of times before. And I don't have my recipe. I don't like to follow recipes because they tell you what to do. And I don't listen. I have a hard time listening. I think that's what it is. And they'll say, put some of this in. And I'm like, no, that's not what you mean. You mean this. You mean this. I do this and I do that. So I like to go rogue. But, so tonight, we had this, I couldn't find my recipe. And so I was just looking online, trying to find one like similar to it. And finally, I was just all like, heck with this. I'm going to make it up on my own. I had no idea what I was, I kind of knew what I was doing because I kind of knew that there's like butter in it. I don't know how much, so threw some butter in. It had honey in it. Didn't know how much. Just squeezed a bunch of glob in. And it called for Dijon mustard. Didn't have any Dijon mustard. I have no idea what happened to the Dijon mustard because that's something that we use. I really only have that for when I make this recipe. Didn't have that. So we just went rogue. It involved like putting some Worcestershire sauce in it. Worcestershire sauce. Worcester. You know the stuff, right? You know what I'm trying to say. So I put that in. I put some regular old mustard in. I put some apple cider vinegar in. I put some brown sugar in. What else did I put in? Oh, I put in some onion powder, garlic powder. Mix that all up. Listen, I say to my people, this might be the best thing you ever had, and it might not be. But I hope you really don't like it, because I probably will never be able to duplicate it because I can't follow instructions. Which is why this is going to be interesting. But anyway, so I thought I'd show the pattern with you, I thought I would share the pattern, which of course is this cute little dress. It's got pockets, so those will be fun. And we didn't buy the buttons yet. So it's got, buttons just right down through here. We didn't get those. So we're going to have to go back. Darn, we're going to have to go back to Hobby Lobby or another craft store and buy buttons. Darn it. That just is awful. But we did get the little trimmy stuff. The trim. Trim? Is that what you call it? That's what we're going to call it. A little trimmy stuff. Again, I'm not a seamstress. I am so not a seamstress. It's not even funny. But you're not even going to be able to tell. It's just going to wash it all out. But this is like like an antique white, ivory white, off-white, creamy. There's kind of. There you go. And it's just like little flowers, So that'll be really cute on there. So I thought I'd share that. Now here's the fabric that we chose. Okay. So mind you, in the pattern or on the pattern, and there is a, the floral print, right? So I think that was kind of what led them to more of like the old fashioned. That's what they called it, old fashioned. I don't know. But anyway, so we got this fabric. So this is the first one. Oh, I just love this. Oh, we got the big old flowers on it. I don't even know what those are. What are those? Are those roses? Well, we're going to call them roses. And this is like a plum-ish, wine-ish color. Oh, love, love, love. So I have that one that I'm going to do. And then I have this one, which I think is stinking adorable. Love it. Love those colors. Oh, it is so cute. Again, a floral pattern, but I don't know. We'll call them roses too. Shoot, I don't know. And then the last one is this green. Oh, this is dark green. This one reminds me of what the pattern picture is. So it's nice, a nice dark forest green with some flowers and stuff on it. So it is super cute. It is super cute. So my son had the pattern and he was reading the back of it. I was like, look at the back of it. It'll tell me how much yard, how much fabric we need. Now, I don't know how the pattern pieces are going to lay out. So, a lot of times it eats up more fabric than what you think sometimes. But to be on the safe side, I was like, let's get 3 yards of each material, right? To make a little baby dress. And when I say a little baby dress, I mean like a 0 to 3 month baby dress and some little tiny bloomers. And her little bum isn't but about that big. And a little hair thing. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the rest of this. I'm going to have to come up with something creative because I'm sure there's going to be quite a bit left over. But go big or go home. I mean, I'd rather have too much than not enough because nobody wants to have to go back and do the walk of shame into Hobby Lobby to buy fabric. A little bit that you didn't have because you didn't get enough. You didn't get enough. So again, math isn't my strong skills. He was rattling off. They started talking about fractions, 3/8 and 7/8. And I was like, I don't know how many eighths that is. So let's just round it up and call it 3. Call it good. So I'm sure I'm going to have extra left over. And that's okay. I'll find something to do with it. Maybe Gigi can make a matching head bow or something. That would be fun. Matchy. Oh, I could do like a mommy and me little headband or something. Maybe I could do like a little bow, like a barrette bow or something. That would be fun. I'm going to have to find a YouTube tutorial for that because I'm not about to be going and buying a stinking pattern again because I don't got myself into a mess. But that's okay because y'all are going to come with me. You're going to be cheering me on or laughing at me. Probably that. And that's okay. That is okay. Because, again, hopefully it'll be entertaining for you because there will be no educational value whatsoever at all. At all. But we'll have a good time. And hopefully in the end, we will end up with an end product. I said, I think I can come up with some dresses. I think they will hold together. She will be able to wear them one time. I'm pretty confident of that. Now, my daughter-in-law's aunt is a professional seamstress. She has worked in a bridal shop, or before she retired, had worked in a bridal shop for, I don't know, 45 years, a long time. I said, listen, one rule about these dresses. Aunt is never allowed to look at them. She cannot hold them. She cannot review my workmanship because it's not going to be up to par. It's not going to be up to her standards. She can do much better. She can whip it out much faster, but we are going to get there. We will get there. I promise. Promise that. So let's do this. It's going to be fun. I'm going to take a quick sip real quick. I'm drinking a coffee that my sister, an iced coffee that my sister brought for me all the way from Arkansas. This is my favorite coffee joint in the whole world. I love this. It's called Shadrack's. It's in Arkansas, Northeast Arkansas. So good. This is an iced coffee, and it's like, what is it? Cookie Monster? Delicious is what it is, but so good. But anyway, so I thought maybe you could join along with me in this little adventure. We're going to call this an adventure too. I think I'm going to load my previous video before this one. So my other adventure, that if you've watched my other video, is a temperature blanket. So I'm having all kinds of adventures. So I think the biggest challenge that I'm going to have is this right here. I think the directions are going to be my issue. I just need to stop, take my time, read them, maybe even get super crazy and like read it first and then do it, not read it as I'm doing it. Who knows? So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm excited. I actually am excited to do this because I haven't sewn in a while and I do enjoy it. I'm just not very good at it. I know that. I don't do things correctly, and but that's me crafting. I don't have to do it perfect. I want to enjoy it though. So I'm going to bust out the old sewing machine, dust her off, and give it a go. So I hope you guys all want to come along with me. This should be fun. It'll be something for sure. So I'm going to let you all go on that note. So to my new friends and old, remember, you are the only one in the whole wide world. So be the very best one that you can be. Bye-bye.